Hey, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy,
And
and
together
together
we're
with
the
the
Rainbow
Rainbow
Grannies.
Grannies.
Hey!
Hey! This is Sunday morning, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We come on every Saturday and Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and then again 9 o'clock. And we're here, we're part of the LGBTQ plus community, and we're here to keep uplifting the LGBTQ plus community. Let's
That's
keep
right.
all the letters in there because they all matter. They all matter. This is a wonderful Sunday morning. We have no snow today, no rain today, but we do have a little bit of overcast sky. We're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
That's it. I think it's always got a little overcast.
Overcast.
I mean, if we're not if it's sunny, we know it's dead in the middle of summer.
Yeah, and if it's not overcast, we wonder where we are. We thought we woke up in Pittsburgh, but maybe we're in Key West.
Hey, you never know. Can you click that and make it
Let's see.
So we yesterday we got in TikTok jail, and they took away our TikTok. Good morning, TikTok. I just turned it on too. So, good morning, TikTok. I just turned it on too.
There you go.
So what we got to do is, we're gonna help blend in this and make it all happen and everything like that. I told Judy we gotta wake up and be with it and everything.
Little Susie, wake up, little
Edie.
Wake up. So we got Kate, good morning. Says, good morning, Rainbow Grannies. How was your outing yesterday? I hope it was wonderful.
It was fantastic, Kate. If you follow me on Facebook, which is Edie Glenn Green, then you can go, and Judy posted too. You can go see all the pictures of that wonderful place we were at. But also, I want to talk about this really quick. Yesterday, TikTok put us in jail.
Yeah,
and they took away our
live privileges.
Yeah, for like a whole week, and didn't really tell us why. Just all of a sudden clicked. So I want to tell anybody that's on TikTok right now, if you're on TikTok and you're not following us on our YouTube channel, which is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies, make sure you're following us on our YouTube channel, Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies, because these things can happen. You don't know if it's something we said, something we did. Do you need to go get a cough drop? You okay? If it's something we said or something we did, or if it's just TikTok feeling, and there's not even a whole group of people sitting there listening to it. It's an algorithm that thinks that I might have said something or thinks I might have done something, or somebody on here might just I don't know, think that we're full of hate or whatever, and whatever. But TikTok put us in TikTok jail yesterday. We've been on here for about 4 years doing this TikTok thing, having ourselves a good time. Please make sure you're following us right now, because if you're not following us, I'm going to be sad. But if you are following us, I'm going to give you a shout out.
And what happened yesterday also, we had a double whammy yesterday because YouTube was down. So then when we couldn't even get YouTube up and running. So what I'm doing is also giving you my handle on TikTok at Judy Rainbow Grannies. To click on that and follow that, because if everything else goes kaplooey, you can find it there.
So Donetta, thank you very much. And I saw up here Positive Talk Space. This is a Positive Talk Space right here.
Yes,
we are lucky enough to have some really nice moderators that come on here with us. Like Rachel's one of them. Chris is one of them. There might be a couple other ones on there that help keep the peace. So we have a good time. And you'll see Rachel's working already this morning. Thank you very much, Rachel. Because all we do is we just want to sit here and have a little fun. We are part of the LGBT plus community. Morning, Autumn. How you doing? So make sure, if you're not following, make sure if Kimberly Creech, how you doing? Thank you for following. Make sure you come in. See, Judy sounds like she's choking up a lung over there. So maybe we ought to tell Judy, go in the bathroom and close the door. Because she sounded like she was hacking up a lung, huh? Poor thing. Good thing she don't smoke, huh? So yesterday we did go out on a really nice adventure. And we went over to this museum that we went to. And it's called the Brauhaus or whatever museum. And it's located in Sharpsburg, Pennsylvania. And it's a music box museum. But it's also like this big mansion, and
what happened, a guy named Charlie is very, very wealthy, and he wanted to build this house to live in, this mansion to live in on the top of a hill overlooking the river. And He wanted to set it up as a museum, but he didn't tell anybody that when he built it. Very elaborate, beautiful mansion, all kinds of nooks and crannies.
So I thought what was really cool was Charlie. For one, Charlie had lots of money. He started out with making gas lamps when people needed gas lamps. But anyway, how he took a helicopter and rode all over the whole area to decide and pick where he wanted to build this unbelievable house. Thank you very much for the roses, the gifts, because any gifts you give, we really truly appreciate it. It ends up where it adds up enough that they can buy us.
And I like getting kisses from Edie.
Yeah. Well, you probably like them from anybody. You know, there are girls like that. We used to. Go ahead. Say it. Yes.
Oh, I think I've got my kisses from a lot of girls in the past. I'm all settled down with you now. You're my one and only.
Hey, Cindy Carroll, how you doing? Thank you very much for doing this on our YouTube.
The Cindy you haven't camped with.
I know, camping. I know, Cindy. I know, but Cindy, would you like to go camping?
The camera's up here.
But that's okay. But Cindy, if we go camping, the Cindy that we went camping with before, she was in pretty good shape. Mm-hmm. And so she's able to like help really load and unload and get things all set up while I just kind of like, chill and play the old lady role, So, I mean, if you're going to go, let's see. How are you girls doing? We're doing good. Happy Art Corner. We're doing good.
Hey, good morning. I am a grandmother of a handsome gay grandson.
Congratulations.
There you go.
So how old is he, Dee Dee? Is he young or old or, hey, Faye, how you doing? Afternoon, you beautiful woman is what Faye says. I love those rainbow chain earrings. Chain of food. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks, everybody, for following us, joining us. If you're not following us, please make sure, if you click on it right now and tap the screen, I won't have to keep asking.
Let me tell you more about Charlie and his mansion. Do you know he had a wet bar in just about every single room in the house?
Every room in the house, except for did any of the bathrooms have them? There might have been one in the master bathroom. That master bathroom had, I would say, 10 jets coming out the walls, spraying on
in the shower.
In the shower, yes. 10 jets. I mean, it was like, holy crap.
Big enough.
I was so jealous.
Big enough for more than one person.
My sister loves to cook. I sent her pictures of the kitchen, and she actually sent me a message back talking about she was jealous because it had like a plate warmer in it, and then it had one of those built-in steaming tables and stuff. It had all kinds of stuff. It had a dispenser where if you pushed a button, you could get Pepsi or Mountain Dew or Sprite or whatever. And down in the basement, there was these huge, they didn't open the door, they just showed it or told us about it. Down in the basement was these huge tanks that held like all the Pepsi products and stuff like that, They
also had bought where one of the amusement parks around Pittsburgh had closed down. They bought the whole set of pots and pans and deep fry and all this stuff and had it all set up in another kitchen down in the basement.
Like a basement kitchen, and it had its huge stoves and huge. I mean, it was just unbelievable. There was a cave in there. They took us through a cave that had stalactites and stalagmites through it, and that was right next to the wine cellar.
Yeah.
Which in the wine cellar they had a what do you call those?
A still.
Yeah.
That they got from West Virginia. Somebody's home still in the backyard in West Virginia. Whoever thought, Edie was telling me that where it would end up.
Yeah, you figure Grandpa had a still, and this Charlie comes along and buys his still. They never dreamed it would end up in a mansion in Pennsylvania.
And he had a kitchen between his bedroom and the game room. He had a kitchen there too.
Yeah, so you get a little snack on, Mm-hmm. I mean, it was really nice. Thank you very much for loving our hats. We are part of the LGBT plus community. A lot of people, I'm sorry, I missed when Dee Dee said, okay, there it is. When Dee Dee might have said how old her grandson was, the one that her gay grandson, I missed how old. But thank you very much, all the love we're getting and everything. So we had a few things we wanted. Oh, Haley, did you miss church today to come here with us? That is so nice of you. So nice of you to miss
Is that what
church.
they're reading now?
I think
Church?
I think that's what they're probably doing in church right now.
I think
Haley
you're
should
in
hurry
church
up
and
and
you're
get
on
there.
live TikTok in church. I mean, isn't that kind of blasphemous?
I think there's probably church in TikTok. I think I saw
That's
that one
true.
day.
You're on the wrong channel.
Oh yeah, you're definitely on the wrong channel. Anything that has to do with rainbows and happiness is not where you want to be.
Mm-mm.
You probably want to be over there where they're
With
oh my
a
God,
hate and hellfire.
yeah. I will tell you. Can somebody send me a Trump Bible? Send me one of them so I can have a little
Is
fun.
it inlaid with gold? I want to cash that in.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's fake gold. You know that.
Oh,
It's probably
gold.
going
He
to
kept all the
tarnish.
real gold for
It's going to
himself.
tarnish and make your hands turn green.
Yeah. He doesn't even know how to get the minerals. He just chases it away, all his opportunities.
Oh my
You just got to
goodness.
be a bully over and over again. Here we go.
Okay.
We got popular relationship posts. These are questions that lesbians ask about their relationship.
Okay, we got questions that lesbians ask about their relationship.
And here you go. You've got.
Okay.
There's a woman here who I'm looking on my list of questions here on the phone, and the woman asks.
Yeah.
She says, "The first love of my life, the first woman I ever kissed, ever slept with, I can't get her out of my mind. What can I do?" I mean, she must be going on.
Well, where
in her
is
life.
she? Go find her again. But we all know why she can't put it out of her
Why
mind.
can't she put it out of her mind?
Because she got the original dust knocked off of it. That's why. You know what I'm talking about, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. You know how there's like dust, and then all of a sudden you got to get the dust knocked off of it. Well, the original woman knocked the dust off of it, and so now she ain't right. That's why they suggest that lesbians stay away from straight women and how do you say that word? If by chance I get kicked off of TikTok for saying this word, then
you can find us on Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies on YouTube, and we'll open up my TikTok.
So that's why they say definitely make sure you're following Judy. That's why they say you should stay away from virgins. Virgins. You know what I mean?
Oh, because they
can't once you knock the dust off of it, man, that's it. Next thing you know, you can't lose them. You look up in the Walmart and they're like 3 hours over. It's like holy crap.
Now here's somebody who needs help. Says, "Oh my God, I can't explain how dull 70% of our text conversation are." This is a girlfriend about her girlfriend.
Well, I mean, these are just texting. Don't even stress that. Why would you, Dee Dee, I can't even believe you just now following me after I done called you out and gave you love and everything. So I can't even believe it.
We're glad you're here.
But I am glad you're here. So, yeah, as far as text conversations, I mean, there must be a class. Oh my God, you know how I was looking for my new future career now that I'm retired?
Mm-hmm.
I could probably teach an online class on how to do that sexting or whatever they call it. That's probably what she wants. She don't want like, how's your day going? I'm doing fine.
Right.
She wants, how's your day going? I'm going blind.
There you go.
I'm giving you some love, Thank you very much, everybody, for following and hanging out with us.
Hey, Deborah, good morning.
Morning, Deborah. How you doing?
And okay, so let's see. I love my girlfriend, but sometimes she annoys me.
Oh, well, I think that's with everybody. I mean, we loved our children, but they annoyed the heck out of us a lot. That didn't mean we pulled the plug or nothing,
Mm-hmm.
We let them all still hang out with us and stuff like that. I think we're going to, what was that first one you were talking about? Anyway.
The first question?
Wow, it keeps...
Who can't get her first love of her life
out
of her?
Yeah, I mean, we all know what that's like when somebody can't get their first love of their life out of their mind, and I mean, maybe if it's not even your first love, there is this one way back there. You guys know it, admit it, agree with me. I mean, Judy probably knows it too. I mean, even though her and I are married, this is how it's going to be. We're happily ever after and all that. We all know that there's somebody way back there that knocked the dust off of it that you just like,
Yeah, because here's a follow up on that one. Here it is that I'm married. My ex just said she's in love with me.
Ooh.
I don't know what to
You
do.
know what? She's out of line. She's completely out
Out
of
of
line.
line. I
Completely
haven't
out
said,
of line. I mean, she can think whatever she wants to think in her head, but for her to cross that line and tell her that she is in love with you,
after you already
that
married
after
somebody
you,
else.
right, that's wrong. That's wrong. She's just trying to stir up some trouble. You
Hmm.
know, that's what I
Anybody here
feel.
been in that situation
Oh
before
my
that happened?
goodness. She's just trying to stir up some trouble.
I think so.
I heard you don't miss them. You miss who you felt they were when they were when yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah, because it
Hmm.
wasn't, it ain't yeah. Thank you very much for all the gifts. Yeah.
Yeah, I found out when I had my first
This is
love.
from Barb.
All of a sudden, I heard and understood all those love songs in a different way.
That's that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that when the lady told her ex
Yeah.
that she still is in love with her, I think that's almost like that same thing that people do. Like, you know how when people have an affair and then
Yeah.
they'll come home and they'll say, honey, I'm sorry, I had an affair. You know
Hmm.
what? They do that in order to release themselves. And what they
Yeah.
do is they drop all that on you,
Uh-huh. Now you gotta
so
carry
now
it.
you
But
have to carry it.
but the
So
one who had the affair,
yeah, she feels better now. She
their
feels so
conscience
much
is
better.
fine.
Yeah, her conscience
Hmm.
is clear because she said it and it's over. And now
And now
it's
it's
up to
up to
you.
her. Now it's up to somebody else what they're gonna do
Right.
about the relationship. It's all gonna be their fault. What
That's
happened to
it.
the relationship
Happens
too?
all the time.
Hmm.
All the time.
Hmm.
I mean, I see online where people say, my husband told me, he's having an affair or whatever. He told you that so that you would have to make a decision. So that you would have to, and this is straight, gay, whatever.
Hmm.
He told you this, so you would have to make a decision if you're going to stay with his sorry ass and tolerate it,
Right.
or are you going to just like move on,
Move on. And then it
because
makes you look like the bad guy because you didn't try to find a way to make up children.
right, and he confessed. Come
Mhm.
on, you can't hate him. He confessed. Hey, do me a favor. If you're not following us, make sure you follow us. Also, make sure somebody please type in there you're following us on our YouTube channel, because yesterday we were in YouTube, or we were in TikTok jail, and we never know when I may say something that'll get us
Hmm.
back in the TikTok jail.
Hmm.
Oh my God,
What?
where's our handcuffs? I should have came out here with my handcuffs on.
And I could have had the key to release them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I got in TikTok jail yet. Look, most people know where their handcuffs are, huh?
I think when you're over 60, you have to have several pairs of handcuffs
Yeah,
because you lose stuff.
yeah. Where's my handcuffs at? That's why they're them good kind don't have a key. They just got that little release on them, because God knows if you did
What would
have a
happen
key.
to the key?
Can you imagine if you had to call the fire department? Excuse me, my wife's handcuffed to the bed.
Never. Hadn't been the first time I heard it.
So Rocky says, I came out 35 years ago. The fun of it was sneaking, especially to see my first one. Oh boy, Rocky, I know that. Rocky, I can't even tell you. Ho, ho, ho. I can't. For one, I wasn't in a romantic. I mean, you know how, I don't know, Rocky, I don't know how to say this, but we've all had relationships with people that it wasn't a love relationship,
Uh-huh.
you know?
Okay.
And so, I
Just an
mean,
infatuation.
or just having fun,
just having fun relationship.
like when you find out that I'm allowed to do this,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
and I won't bust into flame,
Ah,
it's like, oh my
and
God.
kid in the
Okay,
candy
David wants to
store.
know, are we worried about marriage equality? Well, David, we're worried about a little bit of everything right now, because we whoever's running this shit show is I mean, David, I try so hard to not talk about politics, but I'm sure most of you know how we feel, and that's why you're here too, because you probably feel the same way. But I mean, yeah, I'm worried about everything. I'm worried about the man that picks up my garbage. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about the guy that works down at the grocery store and his wife. I'm worried about everybody, because this mess we got going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Talk about trickle down theory.
right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
right. I mean, it comes down to where if we don't pay into the system and pay our taxes, then nobody's going to get paid. And the only person that's going to get paid, and I hate to even say this, but I'm going to say it because I'm allowed to say it because this is the Edie and Judy Rainbow Show, is Elon Rump and Rump. They're going to get paid. Ain't nobody else going to get paid. We're all going to get, when I saw a governor from Illinois talking about Medicaid. Talking about Medicaid. And I know that so many people have been told that, nobody's going to touch Medicaid. They're not going to touch Medicaid. You're okay. They're not going to touch Medicaid. He actually sat there on The View the other day and said that he attended the meeting where they said they are touching Medicaid. So Medicaid, they're just trying to figure out how to touch Medicare. But Medicaid is the one where you don't have a job and they send you some food stamps and they send you a little tiny check and it helps you buy a few things for your children. And,
this is the epitome of what a bully is, right? Get the people who are most vulnerable and keep kicking them in the head.
Oh my God. So you figure if they, I don't care how you feel about about welfare. I'll just break it down and say welfare because, we all understand what welfare is. I don't care how you feel about it. The last thing you want to do is think about somebody else's children. I can't even believe it because Judy's the one that's usually emotional. But how you can think about somebody's children out there not having. And I'm not saying they got to have trips to Disney, but just the normal things that life gives
like food
them.
And clothes and shoes for their feet.
Right, and a nice warm place to lay down at night, I just... So for somebody to try to take that away from somebody,
and trip to the doctor to get the antibiotic when they need it.
Yes, trips to the doctor. I don't know how many of you had children or have had children, but sometimes just something as basic as a cold can get so snotty and so out of control.
Get an ear infection or lose a hearing. All kinds of stuff goes on, which is just a simple trip to the doctor can fix. So when we ask a question like, are we afraid about marriage equality? No one can legislate whether Edie and I are in love with each other and committed to each other. We do that anyway.
But I do want to talk about this here, where Shrimp says, sad part of the people collecting welfare is all in a small town. And that's true too. We have so many small towns in these United States, and you all know it too. We've got several of them right here in the area. I could drive less than probably 10 miles from here and see some true poverty, And these people, if you take away their check and you take away their housing and you take away their food stamps, you think you're in trouble now. You think there's danger now. You think it's not safe now to go out. Try taking away somebody's food because people will take you out for food.
Yeah, they will.
Food is just something that they will take you out. So I'm sorry.
And history shows us all the revolutions that happen, and so there'll be a revolution here is when people are hungry. That's when they tear everything down. So, let these bullies keep doing what they're doing because, it will turn back on them.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to try to settle down here. And
so we've got the lesbian love advice story. We've got, I wanted to see this. Cindy had said, all three of mine had affairs that ended the relationship. So have been single for 25 years. The hurt was heavy.
Oh yeah, honey, Cindy, my hurt is still out there too. I was married for 20 years to a man. He cheated too, and he cheated. And so what I can say is, in that you end up with that post-traumatic stress syndrome, which ends up like not being able to trust. So I have trust issues too. Poor Judy. She can sit right here and it's like poor little thing, is there I am like, what's up, Judy?
We might go up to bed and then I can't sleep. So I come downstairs to read a book. So I don't want to turn the light on and wake up Edie. And it's like, boom, she's up. Like, where are you going? And she knows. She knows. I know. I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
We're going downstairs with a book in hand. And that's all I'm actually going to do. Right. But it's still there.
Yeah, and I try to take it. Like, come on, Edie, stop it. Okay,
so here's the question: How do you work in a relationship with somebody who does have that
post-traumatic?
Yeah. I'm very patient, but it can get annoying after a while too. It's like, come on, But I know it's an instant reflex from Edie. She can't help it. It's just
I don't even say anything half the time. So
you have an expression on your face. Yeah.
Anyway, let's see, Judy. It's why. What's it say?
Judy, it's why when you walk into the room, you need to say that password. Yoo-hoo!
I like it. Go ahead, say it again.
Yoo-hoo!
I think you need a different hat if you're going to yoo-hoo me.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You want me to go get you a different hat?
Yeah,
to
go
yoo-hoo?
ahead. And
I'll be
Kelly
right back.
says it takes a lot of love and a lot of patience. Yes, it does. And it takes where you just gotta let it roll off you, just gotta let it roll off you and just say, I'm going down to read a book, honey. But now I've been single for some time before I met Edie, and before that, I mean, I've been a single mom, all this. I haven't had to account to anybody for anything. I'm grown. I'm not a kid in the house, living with my parents anymore. So I have to account for every move I make. Having to account for every move I make, it's like,
I'm trying to help you. Go ahead.
Yoo-hoo! Edie! Yoo-hoo!
Hi. You know what? I feel like we're going to church today.
Wow, there we go.
There we go. So go ahead. Finish talking about what you're talking about.
Yeah, so what I'm talking about is that, if I'm going downstairs to read a book and Edie says, where you going? I'm like, what? I've got to find words to say I'm going down to read a book. And then I do get annoyed. And then it's like, oh, okay, she's having that thing and it's just a reflex. So we just say, oh, but then to come up with the words like, I'm going downstairs to read a book. I mean, it's just, why do I got to state every move I make?
Okay.
It gets hard, but yoo-hoo! But maybe that's all I got to do now. But it's real stuff. So we have another question here. Oh, here's a question. I know Edie's gonna like this one. We'll hang on to this one. So, okay, this is interesting. My wife is in the early stages of transitioning, and I feel weird about keeping her identity a secret.
So what's the question?
My wife is in the early stages of transitioning, and I feel weird about keeping her identity a secret.
Well, how does your wife feel about it? It's her thing.
Yeah, and I think that she needs time to adjust. It's the same as being any situation. Like if you're out and you get involved with somebody else who's not out, you got to live with it.
Right.
So,
I don't think it. I would.
You've got to be patient. Again, it takes love and patience.
Well, these are wife situations, so that's a whole different thing. I would not, in these days and times, I would not get involved with someone that's not out.
Yeah.
Because it's just too much work on you. But that's different with you guys being married and everything like that. You just have to respect what she's going to do.
Right. Because for better or for worse, and for patience and for love, I mean, that's the whole thing about a marriage, right? That you cheer each other on about everything that you want to do. That's your life partner.
Hey, I want to thank all the love we're getting out there. Anytime you send gifts to her, I give her kisses.
I love your church fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The church lady.
This is in case anybody shows up that they was thinking they was going to church.
So, anybody else have advice for her before I go on to another question here?
Let's see. I think I'm. Let's see. Good morning, Edie and Judy. How are you both today? Love the
Humankind T-shirt. And it's the P for the Pirates baseball team. Yes, it is.
Single disabled senior. Very scared now. I totally understand, Cindy. I totally understand. Thank you for the gifts over there. Let's see.
Here's the question I knew you would love. Oh, here we go. I know this is selfish, but I liked having my girlfriend all to myself. Does this have something to do with polygamy or polyamory instead of like?
I don't know. See, that question needs to be a little deeper because I don't know who she's talking about sharing her with. I mean, if you're going to share somebody in a relationship, like share, then you just have to have an understanding and talk about it, don't you think?
I think so.
Don't you think? I mean,
And if you're talking about, I don't want her to have any of her own friends,
right?
Then you got something little creepy going on here.
That's not nice. That's not nice. You go. Unless she slept with all her other friends, then you could be a little sensitive about it.
How many folks live in a city where everybody is friends with their exes? So this is a new concept for Edie. She hasn't gone over it yet.
I don't think they heard you. She said about being friends with their exes. This is
Yeah.
one where you're talking about being friends with your exes.
How many people live in a city where that's very common? It's very common that people remain friends after they've broken up. And the circle of friends is just, they're all friends.
What I found
there's no hanky-panky going on. The relationship didn't work. They're friends. They're not.
What I found by moving to
drama.
Pittsburgh is, okay.
My friends with
By
I'm
moving
friends
to
with all my
Pittsburgh
exes.
is that I didn't really realize this, and it's becoming more apparent because I joined a senior center where there's lots of seniors that are about my age, and it turns out that I show up and nobody really knows me,
Right.
but I go there and they all know each other because they all either dated each other or they know who dated who and all that kind of stuff, and so it's just like it's when they said about a small community, Pittsburgh is a small community because you don't even, so it must be even smaller. That's why I had to move away from Ohio. It was just too small. I dated the 2 lesbians in Ohio.
So, yeah, when you moved to Pittsburgh, you were already in a relationship with me. You should have moved to Pittsburgh before you met me.
No, I used to come and visit.
So you were friends with new girl on the field.
Being friends with the good ones is important. Yes, it is, Sabella. Let's see. Edie and Judy, is Pittsburgh considered a liberal or more conservative city?
It's a progressive city. It's Democrat, it's diehard Democrat because it's a union town, union city. Now, saying that, you can go in different neighborhoods of Pittsburgh and you'll find variations of how progressive or not, supporting of the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah.
Or there's certain neighborhoods that are definitely racist that we wouldn't want to go into. But Pittsburgh as a whole is a progressive city. Pittsburgh as a whole is a progressive city also for people who are transitioning and having trouble getting access or whatever. All the political stuff going down, Pittsburgh is the place to go. Pittsburgh is supportive. And if anybody who's lived in Pittsburgh who's on here who is transitioning, let me know if I'm wrong. I just hear what the mayor is saying and what the policies are. I don't know in reality.
Well, we do know that there's plenty of agencies and organizations here in Pittsburgh that are willing to help people that want to transition.
Right.
That do what they can. Now, the big problem is, and we all know what this is, and this gets me going again, is funds. Whoa.
You took off your church lady hat.
They're cutting funds. That's because I wore this Pirates hat to match his Pirates shirt today, so it's very important that everything coordinates. We already had church, didn't we? Well, if we need to have church in a little while, I'll throw it back on.
Yeah, I gotta look up that Roman chapter. I don't know it.
Oh, stop. Let's see. I'm sure somebody will tell you if you need to. Let's see. But where was I?
Okay. There's a lot of resources in Pittsburgh for people that
There are, and I was talking about funding too, and with things changing, right, Jade, with things changing with so much, with the funding and worried about, it's going to get ugly for everybody.
Yes, it is.
It's going to get ugly for everybody. So, hey, it's Tasha. Hey, Tasha, how you doing? Tasha, as in Tasha that used to come to the dances with us, Tasha? Or Tasha that let's see. Remember me from Zoom? No, but
somebody asked here, is monogamy cool again? Was it ever not cool? I'm old school.
Oh my God. Well, I think it comes and goes. It's all up to you what you want. I can't tell you what I think you should do. I just know what
It's always been cool. Yeah, that's what we have.
You know what? I don't know. I've often thought about this too. Yeah, I am monogamous, and I've been in a monogamous relationship several different times, and and I just wonder if, I've thought about this too. Most what do you call them? Like most animals aren't really monogamous, and when they find animals that are monogamous,
they make a big deal.
They do make a big deal out of it. It's like when you find like a goose that that
Yeah.
picks his mate, and him and her are together forever and ever.
Here,
You
these two
know?
birds, and they'll make their lovers forever and
Yeah.
ever and ever. And then we meet Stanley the penguin.
Yeah.
Stanley got a thing going. The lady penguins are all lined up for him, one after the other.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Stanley, I don't think Stanley's down there doing it.
Yeah, I
anymore.
think Stanley was really
I
old
didn't
last time we
see
saw
Stanley.
him.
Yeah, I
don't
didn't see.
know.
We went to the.
I think he wore out.
This,
But you can see Stanley was so old. No wonder they all thought they'd get good babies from him. Okay, you do you, but I'm going to
Aw.
heaven. You're not.
Oh, Kim, go to hell. How's that?
Why
So
are
if
you here?
if you lose me, that's because we're over on YouTube having ourselves a good time. You
Hey,
know?
Queen Kamala announced she's running for president again in 2028.
Oh, well, I don't have much to say about that neither. I'm gonna tell you. Of course, okay, I'll talk about that a little bit too. I voted for Kamala.
Mhm.
And I wanted I would have voted for my cat over top of Trump. If my cat could have ran.
But I voted for Kamala. I voted for her in the first primary too. I do like her. I did want her to be
I don't
president.
feel like she had it going on enough
But-
to, I feel like she was in the background way too much. I feel like right now the Democratic Party should be
Yep.
building themselves towards who they're going to have running.
Yep.
Right
They should
now.
be having somebody out there front and center nonstop.
Right, showing us that they're up
Right.
up against this fight.
Right.
That
the Democratic Party should all get together really fast on who they're going to promote. Because they did this with Obama. They got
do know,
behind him
Tasha.
and had him out there, and he got elected.
Yes, Tasha, I remember you. How you
Mhm.
doing? I remember you're married and all that. Yeah.
So let's see. More questions. So this was another one. I want to know if anybody experienced this. After 11 years together, my partner suddenly wants to call off our engagement.
Ooh. Well, you know what? Better now. You know what? I saw that too. Better now than later. Be glad they called that engagement off now. I know it hurts. I know your heart is tender and stuff. But
you put 11 years in with this person?
Spend 11 more knowing that you've been deceived.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Somebody said, yes, we need a fighter for the Democratic Party. Yes, they do. And Jasmine Crockett, she's all right and everything, but I think what they need, and I'm going to hate to say this too, is you're still going to have to go white male and maybe Jasmine Crockett.
With a lot of charm.
Yes. A lot of charm, a lot of money, a lot of power. Because the world, I would love to say it, but Obama just happened to slide in there when it was a good timing. The timing, the stars were aligned for him.
Yeah.
Because the world is not ready for this.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the world, just the United States. It's 300 million people, something like that. And how to get them all on board. So here we go. Oh, you're going to love this one.
Oh, yeah?
You need help, it said here. I live with my partner and their ex-girlfriend, and it's getting hard.
Well, somebody got to get out.
Yeah, who?
I would say the ex-girlfriend need to go, but if she can't go because of how Elise thing goes or whatever, then you guys got to go. I'm not living with somebody else unless we're in like some kind of open relationship that we all understand. You think I'm bad now? Can you imagine if I went to the grocery store and came back and the TV was on a different channel?
Because the ex was here watching something different?
Because I know something's going on, or it was off. The TV was off, or whatever. It's like, wait a minute. So, let's see. Do you go to World Pride in Washington? Well, we were lucky enough that we did go 1 year. We went to Washington to Pride.
Yeah, boy, that parade is huge.
And it was wonderful.
All these streets
but it
for
was nice
hours.
how we found that nice park, and we went and sat in that nice park. And I had taken lawn chairs. I had bought like the foldable lawn chairs from the Goodwill.
Right.
I paid like $3 a piece for them or something. And we took them with us.
It's good. You're so good.
Oh,
at
it was
that.
so nice because we used them while we were in the park. And then when we were ready to leave, we just passed them on to some other lesbians, let them have them. And we were gone. We didn't take nothing that was so expensive that it's like, oh man, we got to take our chairs. Nope. Let them go.
That's right. Oh, Granddaughter, so where are you from, Granddaughter? Because they're asking, please forgive the ignorance, but do you believe you will see where same-sex marriage is nationally recognized in every state of federal law. It is.
It is.
It is. It's been it went all the way to the Supreme Court some years ago. So we do have in the United States recognized marriage, same-sex marriage, and that's what everybody's afraid of, that the Supreme Court is going to start stripping away these rights.
So somebody had asked me what kind of seeds I'm starting. Well, over there I have like all kind of vegetable seeds started. Let me tip this a little bit, maybe, so you can see. See, I got one of those garden things. And my friend here on Facebook here, Barb, she came over the other day and bought some seeds over, and her and I planted them. And so we're just waiting the next couple of days to see what comes up.
Right.
Back in the
Behind
back
us,
there, I still have some lettuce stuff going and some
let me
herbs and
move
junk
over.
like
You can
that.
see the tomatoes behind me.
Yeah, the tomatoes are not doing as well as they were. So,
But you trim down the tomato
hopefully.
bush plant, and so we'll see what happens.
But I got
now.
some other ones started. So if you know, let's see. I see hi from Romania. Hey Romania, how you doing?
Hey, wow, that's really good. Okay, 2015 was the Supreme Court ruling. It was. And then somebody asked if we think that Pride will be safe this year. And personally, I think anytime you go any place where there's a big crowd, you're taking a risk, no matter if it's Pride or something else.
So
these are individual decisions everybody's got to
Gripping
make.
says, protect your energy, accept what you can't change, and confront the little things you can do. Well, you know what? I think you're saying just kind of relax and chill. You know, and I totally understand relax and chill, and there isn't much we can do. Oh, thank you for the gifts. There isn't much we can do except for be out there and supportive of our community. You know, I mean, we have to let everybody know that we are okay. And Judy and I get up on every Saturday and Sunday morning, and we come on here and we do lives on TikTok and YouTube at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And we do that in order to show that we're supportive of our community and that we're supportive of you. There's so many people out there that don't get a chance to be around gay people or older gay people and realize we're here. There you go. Good morning.
Wow. So Grandizer is saying, I'm in Arizona. Thank you for taking my question. This state is rather conservative, but sort of slowly changing. And so Grandizer, so in Arizona, it recognizes same-sex marriage because it has to. It's federal. But certainly, as soon as the Supreme Court ruled, there were some people who worked in their city offices who wouldn't give the license to same-sex couples. They wouldn't give them the marriage license, but then they were taken to court because that's illegal. They tried to say, oh, because of my religious belief, I can't help you. Well, it's federal law. So if you're working for the government, you got to follow the laws and the rules, or find another job.
Yeah. And speaking of finding another job, there's going to be a lot of people out there looking for a lot of new jobs lately. I mean, you know,
and so what
else I thought about? Okay, I know that I'm a little late thinking about this. The rest of the people are thinking about it, and I have been a little bit late thinking about it. You know how they cut all these jobs, and they're all like the people that are, new on the job or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, new on the job means a lot of people that got into with affirmative action and stuff like that. So that means that the people that are really losing the jobs are these young people of color that have just finished college and that are going to have these college loans and now are not going to be able to find jobs in order to pay and actually felt like even if you know how they were like diversity and stuff and you had to be the top of the class in order to get, even if you were the top of the class, if you haven't had your job for over 2 years, you're gone. So we know that you just got, I mean, we just got to the point where we found out that you can't go to college. I mean, you know, this is how minorities, you know, we've dealt for a long time with always being stepped on and held back. And this just is another smart way to find out a way to hold us back, you know, to hold the young people back. I mean, gosh, for forever you weren't allowed to read. So, you know, and if you did learn to read, they threw the book away, you know, I mean, so it's always been something, you know, so now we're up against, you know, now that you managed to go to college, you lucky little dog, you, and now
Yeah.
that you went and found yourself a decent job,
Uh-huh.
well, let's just take that job away. You
There
can't
we
have
go.
a job.
Mhm.
And only way you can have a job is if you happen to have a job for the past 20 years in that
Right.
place.
Yep. But if it's the past 20 years, then you're probably being pushed into retirement at
And
the
if
same
it's the
time.
past 20 years, you can guarantee that you're probably a white male
Uh-huh.
because
Mhm.
that's the way it rolled.
And so, for anybody saying, oh, this is new, and oh my gosh, what are we going to do? It's not new.
I'm going to get a coffee refill. Do you need one?
Yes, I do, please. Thank
Okay.
you. It's not new. It's not new, and being in a diverse community that Edie and I are in, we're in different communities. Besides the LGBTQ plus, we have found ways to survive and to put out our talents in the world in all kinds of ways that were never sanctioned by government support, or sanctioned by community around us. So yeah, we try to move into areas that are progressive. And so somebody asked about Pittsburgh. We live right outside Pittsburgh in a progressive neighborhood. We're very lucky that we've been able to do that. But I tell you what, I mean, people who have survived discrimination against us, we've survived it. We've survived for many, many years. And then those of us who do well, it's our responsibility, I think, to help everybody else do well. So I want to see some of the comments that have been written here also, because somebody else wrote about Arizona. They see, I'm from Arizona. Arizona is very happy to be libertarian independent. Hopefully they won't shake up the LGBT
Is this one yours?
community. Oh, thank you. Huh?
Is it yours?
That one's mine.
Yeah.
Thank you. You want to see how we know? Edie made us these mugs. See? That's Edie and me. See? And that's Edie and me. So we see which one is whose. Who's got the arm around? Let's see.
So
So
what were
we've
you-
got yeah, so granddaughter says, what do they call it? DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. Yes, and you know what? There is a cosmetic company called Lush. They came out with 3 new bath bombs named Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. I got to look them up. Now that we can buy stuff again, I got to look them up.
Oh, that's what I want to ask. So how many of you, just type in the comments, I did or I didn't. Can you, Kyle says, I love Lush. Did you manage to go through Friday without shopping? So,
Yeah.
how many of you did not shop? Yes. Okay, I did blackout. Okay, I did. Thank you. So, I mean, yes. See, that's what. There, looky there. Thank you for typing it. Type it in the chat here over on YouTube too, because, okay.
No problem. I did.
Thank you, Barb. Hey, Barb, Judy's got to work today. If you're not doing anything, maybe we could have some fun and go somewhere. Go shopping.
There you go. Shannon, I bought nothing. And
Yes.
it was hard. I mean, I did all my...
Chris accidentally forgot and bought one thing. What did you buy, Chris? Well, let me tell. Let me see.
I worked 12 hours on the blackout.
All right, Sharon, that's my girl. Yes, Toby, thank you. I mean, I'm so glad that everybody was able to, remember or try to remember and support this. Let's see. So I haven't heard anything. Has anybody heard anything about what the results were? It's like, did you?
Yeah,
I didn't even leave the
haven't
house.
heard
I was scared to
anything.
leave the house because I know how I am. I love money and love shopping. So if I left the house, I probably bought something because I couldn't just leave the
Just
house.
not.
I would have got
Mhm.
something. I don't know what the heck, but I didn't leave the house. So I was just wondering, like, did they say anything about, like, was anybody out there and you saw where the stores were empty or anything like that? Oh, okay. Surprise bought Mexican snacks. Does that count? I don't think that counts.
Depends where you got it. Got it at a mom and pop.
Well, it depends. Well, you shouldn't have bought them, but we'll forgive you because they're Mexican snacks.
I haven't heard anything about dollar amounts, says Shannon, but would love to know.
Okay, this Josie says, yes, I saw TikTok with numbers. It worked. Oh, really? Okay, I saw Walmart worker post an empty store. That's fantastic. That's by Kimmy. Let's see. I did not shop. That's good. Haven't heard. I haven't heard either. I guess my news is clouded with Yes, that's what I noticed too. Now I was really surprised. They said that the news didn't cover it.
Yeah,
now, because I did see, like, couple times on our local news where they did let people know that this was going on. And I thought that was really nice too, because I thought if you didn't have Facebook and you didn't have TikTok and all that, you or a friend like me that would continue to remind you, then you wouldn't even know it was happening. So I was really surprised when our local Pittsburgh news had it posted a couple of different times that this was going on.
But then they should report what the outcome is. And so
they probably don't know yet.
So Barbara said, I did hear it was effective and more planned. Yeah, there were a lot more planned.
That's great. Okay, like Teresa says, I had to travel to a funeral, but it was driving past stores and
they were less busy even in the red area.
Okay.
Wow.
And then this one says, I'm broke, so I didn't buy anything. I totally understand that, Liz.
And Kate said, I did not shop on Friday.
Yeah. Well, a lot of my shopping is online shopping. Okay.
Yeah.
And my big weakness is Macari. If you join Macari, try to join underneath my name, because I think I get like $10 for every person that joins under Macari.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I can get more stuff. I can have more Coach hats. You know? I have a confession.
Yes.
I ordered another Coach hat.
Oh,
it should be here within the next couple of days.
Cool. What did it match?
See, that felt good. Look, it matches those new black Coach shoes I got.
Yeah, cool. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Because we're going away. Remember, we're going to Seattle?
Yes, we are.
And I needed to make sure that I had the shoes that matched the hat, that matched the coat, that matched the... So I still have another thing, one more thing I want to buy. I want a bag. I want a new Coach black bag.
Because even look at this. Your hat matches your shirt. Because I have an old Pittsburgh Pirates shirt. So if I wore a hat now, it wouldn't match the shirt now. So.
Let's see. What are we talking about here? Chad.
We all like stuff, but try to support good causes, even if it means less.
Yes, I understand. I'm trying so hard to be good.
And so here, let's see. Somebody, so going back to, we have all these different conversations going on. And we'll go ahead and see what's on here. Oh, here. Okay. My last relationship ended after 5 years because she wanted to bring another person into our relationship. This is from Shannon. Yeah. And Shannon, along with that, I just saw another question here also. It says, I confronted my girlfriend about cheating on me. She responded by coming out as poly, but I'm polyamorous.
Oh, so it's not cheating then.
Cheat? Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's
she's
saying
okay.
I wasn't cheating because I'm poly.
But she was supposed to tell her that beforehand.
I think so.
She's supposed to tell her I'm poly, so I may desire more than one person.
And this is a girlfriend, so it's not even married, so you have a choice. You
well,
can say so, and it's not like you're married and then drop the bombshell. You got a chance.
But I think even if you're monogamous,
you
I mean, we as monogamous people are able to look around and see somebody and say, "Damn, she's hot." Or damn, he looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have I talked about that one guy, Paul?
Yeah.
Paul at my senior. Barb, look, Barb, I'm looking at you. Barb, how about Paul? Isn't he handsome?
I hear he's handsome and he's got it all together. Got
find
it going.
Somebody to hook Paul up with, because some handsome man deserves to have Paul. Good Lord. And he don't have he oozes, I'm not broke. I love that look. I love that I'm not broke look. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Some people have that I'm broke look, or there's people have that I don't care. I just don't care. I like the ones that
matchmaker. Matchmaker.
I just think that he looks like he needs just some wonderful, but I mean I hate to see him with anybody too young though. He needs a mature man that, but he looks like he can handle it.
Now you're eating mommy.
He looks like he can handle it.
What are you doing with that young stud?
No, I think he needs somebody at least 60s.
So we have, yes, poly needs to be made immediately clear. It's not an excuse for cheating.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's this say here?
And here's Shannon saying, we talked about it before, committing to one another, but 5 years in, she said she needed that. I said, go on ahead, but I don't share, so I'm moving out.
Yeah, I can't share neither. I mean, Judy, she don't even really want to share her. She bought candy yesterday, and and I could tell, but she only bought one piece of candy. This is somebody that I look at as only had one child. See, I had 2 children, and everything I buy in twos. I mean, it's an automatic thing. I either buy it in twos or threes because mommy might want one too. You
See,
know?
now, I saw the candy and I asked Edie, "Do you want some?" And
No,
she
you didn't
said
ask
no.
it like that.
I did ask if you
Well,
wanted
you should. If
candy,
you
and
you didn't
said
buy,
no.
I didn't know you were buying it. If you were gonna buy,
Because
anyway,
what happens if I only want one piece, and if I buy two and then Edie doesn't eat
leave it in
what
the
am I going to
car.
do?
I'll get
Throw
it
it
eventually.
away?
You know, when am I gonna pass up some candy like that? That was top quality candy. That candy was so good, it made my eyes roll back in my head and made me lay in the car
It
corner.
was good. We
Oh,
shared it.
baby.
It was a nice. I mean, it's actually it worked out well because there's one large piece of candy for us, so we just broke it
It
in
was
half.
not large, but it was good. I let it roll around in there and melt, and it was so good. Oh, okay, it was really, really good. Good morning, everybody. And I want to thank everybody for all the new followers we got here. Tap, tap, tap on the screen. I see we got 27,000 likes, and I'm going to tell you,
Ooh.
27,000 is pretty good. You guys have been tapping without me even saying, because tapping is clapping.
So someone in the comments asked what the purpose was for not spending on Friday.
Well, do you want to tell
Yeah.
them?
I think the purpose was to give it back to the government that the White House just trying to take over all of our rights and pocket all the money for themselves, and
Well,
all the
and
big companies are supporting them.
It's
So
showing that we have a little say in something.
that's
Right now, we're not able to say much as far as like what's going on in our government.
But
I mean,
speaking without money
yes,
talks volume.
right. So even if we go back, and a lot of people may think it has no effect or whatever, but if we go back to the Montgomery bus boycott, so when you go back to something like that, even though it wasn't a one-day thing,
Right.
it took many, many days of everybody not riding that bus, not spending their money, not going to Target. You know what kind of hurt they're putting on Target right now?
Yeah.
They put some big hurt on Target. And
They
you know
do.
what? I feel sorry. I do. I feel sorry for the people that work at Target. I
Yeah.
mean, because everybody needs a job. We all need money and all that. I feel sorry for them. But
Target doesn't know which side of history to be on. They
That's
keep
right.
floundering back and forth and
That's
back and
right.
forth.
I want to thank Target, though. I believe I bought this fan a couple years ago at Target, and it's very nice. Thank you. You know, hopefully this year you'll be selling them too, and
But
hopefully,
you better be
hopefully you'll be in the good graces back again. You'll be,
Yeah.
because otherwise you're going to be selling all that Pride stuff on sale, on clearance, and then
And
I'll
the
have
who?
to,
And
yeah,
the
and
who?
the who.
Nobody gonna buy
Because
it.
Nope.
They're gonna go down even more. I mean, you got to get in our good graces
One in
before
Amber.
Pride comes around. Before Pride comes around, because there are plenty of other stores ready to sell us Pride stuff. So, and Target's been good. And Target has been so good with all of this, you know, because it's, you know, for Pride and for Black History Month, all these months they put great stuff out, but they do it all year round too. I mean, they support Black-owned businesses and all of this, you know. But and I'm just flabbergasted.
Yeah, well, you
That
know,
they took
I'm
a,
not.
that they took
I'm
a
not
wrong turn.
because they're all trying to. Everybody. I mean, I'm telling you, if you lined them all up and told them to get on their knees, this is when I might be leaving TikTok.
So you
and
can
going
find me
over.
at Judy Rainbow
Yeah, make sure you
Grannies
follow
and
Judy.
YouTube,
So in
Judy
case I
Rainbow
get knocked
Grannies.
off because I'm getting ready to speak my truth, you
Yeah,
know.
let me go. Put my
I
hand on.
I
it
can't
again.
remember when you. I can't remember.
What you were gonna say?
Right,
Oh,
I can't
no.
remember. Okay. Anyway, I it's crazy. I don't know. Preach, Edie. Thank you, Marley. I'm gonna try to be good. You know, thank you very much for the new follows. Yes, definitely. Here, Judy's coming up, and make sure you follow us on our YouTube channel, which is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies, and Judy is at Judy Rainbow Granny on TikTok here.
Yeah, somebody can type it in. I'm having trouble getting
Just
to it.
type anything, and they can click right on your picture, and they'll be able to go right to it. Just say hi or something, you know. Let's see. Some Targets did not get rid of the plus size. Oh my God. Did they want them to get rid of the? Oh, they got rid of the. Shut up, Josie.
What happened?
Josie over here on TikTok says that some Targets got rid of the plus girl clothing too, so that they would not like cater to fat girls. Shut up.
They are going.
Oh my God.
gone.
And that's one of the places where fat girls could go. And I'll say fat girls because I know I'm a fat girl. That's one of the places fat girls could go and actually afford a new dress, because Lane Bryant and stuff will put a hurting on you. You can only go there and hit the clearance rack.
You can go to Lane Bryant and you can get Pride stuff there.
I did. Yeah, I bought
Mhm.
Pride stuff at Lane
Mhm.
Bryant. Check out their clearance rack, do what you do,
You
Let's
can
see.
go to Costco and get Pride stuff there. Apple,
Liz,
they all stay on DEI.
I don't know about Costco Pride.
Oh, I don't know about Costco Pride. I'm just saying that.
Plus size. I don't think Costco, we're talking big girl stuff here.
Okay, I don't know. I'd have to go look.
Torrid, yeah, Torrid sells. See, but that's what I'm saying too. Torrid, Lane Bryant, those places are all expensive places. And plus Torrid, man, it look like you need to have like a piercing through your nose before your eyebrows or something. You can't just walk in there like me. You don't even know. I don't own a bra with skulls on it. Do you own a bra with skulls on it? No, I can tell you right now, Judy does not own a bra with skulls on it. I mean, if I go into a store, I don't. Okay, now that Sheen, I don't know, because don't we have to pay tariffs on that now? Like a bra that would have cost you $2 on Sheen, or
we should be planting hemp too. We're gonna have to make our own clothes soon.
I'm not. No.
We got a lot of yarn already.
Kelly said, it's not just me. I thought I was too old for this store. Well, you know what? Maybe they ought to divide the store and say, like, people that know skulls and people that like skulls, I mean, even they got some nice bathing suits in there, too. But for one, I mean, they're big girl bathing suits, but they don't put no support in the cups. You put them babies on, and I'm going to tell you, the girls be swinging down around your belly button.
Don't know how to design these clothes.
I mean,
come on.
If you're buying clothes or selling clothes to big girls, you want something that's going to like cover what parts they want covered and pick up the boobs and stuff, Let's see. I'm not sure if y'all mentioned it. Have you heard anything about how it is? Oh, how it went on Friday. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Destin. We don't know. Some people said that then they heard that, there was like but we haven't heard anything with the real numbers. I'd be real nice to hear like what a difference one Friday made to another. I'm gonna tell you, on Thursday I ordered pizza. I ordered pizza because
we were afraid we wouldn't have any food on Friday.
Well, we have food, but I didn't know if I didn't feel like cooking, because Fridays usually like go out to eat or something like that, Right. And we don't really get pizza often. No. So I ordered 2 pizzas from Domino's, which I'll tell you, Domino's has got a real nice sale going on right now, with all the toppings for $9.99. But anyway, I ordered the pizza, and it took the guy over an hour to bring it. And I mean, it's not more, I could have walked down there by then and walked back if my leg would have let me. So he told me that they were really, really busy. And the reason they were really busy is because everybody was doing what I was doing. They was all buying it a day ahead of time so that they wouldn't shop on Friday. So I mean, hey, make a
big difference if we all vow to make our list of necessities and don't buy anything extra.
Well, you know what? I saw another video yesterday. I think I sent it to Barb, but I don't think she has. But I sent it to a few other people too. There was a lady on TikTok that was talking, and I'm gonna touch base on this too, because I've crossed all the lines this morning.
Yeah,
I have crossed all the lines this morning. I don't usually
you
try to talk.
TikTok jail from yesterday.
Right? I got them cuffs off, and I'm ready to go. Come to your pizza shop. If your pizza shop's if it's in the Pittsburgh area, we're there. We'll be there. I'll come over today.
Send a message.
So
so we can shop today.
Yeah, but oh shoot, see, there it went again.
What was Dee talking about, folks? What was she going to say?
Oh, I can't even remember. Anyway, thank you very much, guys.
Oh, kisses.
Yeah, thank you for the gifts.
Thank you for the gifts.
Yes. Maybe every time my brain loses its Vienna, West Virginia. So every time my brain loses its connection, maybe that's when they should send gifts, huh? Where are we?
So here we go. Old Navy is safe. They increased their DEI practices when others were turning their backs on sanity.
Hey, Old Navy needs to do something, because they're this close to being one of them forgotten stores. But they do have big girl clothes. They actually have. I mean, I know it may not be the kind that some of us want to wear, but you're not gonna find something that you're gonna wear to your grandma's wedding. But if you want to find something in there, nice T-shirt or whatever.
Yeah, blue jeans with holes in them.
Yeah, something like that. It's there, and they sell them in the big girl store in the size. Like you don't even have to, like most of them, you don't even have to order them online now. They're carrying them in the store. I forget about Old Navy when I'm out there. Because yes, Daniel, I was in TikTok jail.
It happened yesterday, but Edie was able to appeal. So Kelly's trying to trigger you to remember what you were saying. You went out and got a pizza, and everyone was buying a pizza the day before the boycott, and you're going to say something else that's going to get you in trouble because the handcuffs are off now.
Well, thank you.
We're talking about the handcuff from TikTok jail.
Yeah. Okay. And kisses.
Gone like the wind.
Yep. I would like to blame it on something. I don't know what to blame it on. I can't remember why I don't remember. Except for the fact that I did grow up in the 70s.
Yeah.
And back then we didn't wear helmets. We fell off the bike. We take a hit. When we fell off a bike back then, we fell off a bike. We wasn't all padded up.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I saw kids with them elbow pads on their elbows and their knees. I was kind of like, what's wrong with that kid? I didn't know that was like to protect them. I was wanting them because I was kind of jealous. But I mean,
other people had them.
Yeah, it's like why they get boom.
We survived a lot of things in the 70s. So here we go. My grandmother, who was born in like 1900, she lived to see airplanes. Oh my God, we got airplanes. They can fly in the sky. We can fly someplace instead of the boat. And then my parents, their generation, they saw TV and said, wouldn't it be cool if we could make duplicates of the TV shows like we do a tape recorder for sound?
Yeah.
And you know what we say? Our generation, we walk out, we smell, it's legal now. Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I'm not allowed to say it anymore.
No.
I used to be out with my daughter and I'd say, I smell weed. And she'd say, Mom, you don't have to say it.
Every time you
smell it. But that was because it was just like, oh my God.
It's legal now.
What are they doing out here? Don't they, So, hey, if something happens, we're on Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies on YouTube.
That's right. So here we have another question. Is how do I make myself like my girlfriend cat? Because there are lesbians who have dogs and lesbians who have cats and lesbians who don't like any pets at all.
It's a choice. You have two pussies to choose between. What's her kitty's name? Maybe you should open the door when she's not looking and help it out.
Oh, okay. The numbers are going down to 0 now. I moved closer to my girlfriend, but she's too busy for me.
Oh, well, keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Yeah, because apparently you need somebody who can give you more
Edie,
attention.
You better get YouTube warmed up. It's on, honey. It's on. Look, here, let me show you. There you go.
Hi, TikTok. Everybody wave. Hi, TikTok.
Did I lose it?
Well, I don't have TikTok on. I have questions on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, let's see. Okay.
Let's see. Ohio just made it illegal to smoke outside and in cars again. Well, I mean, to tell ya, some things you just shouldn't do. I don't think you should smoke in a car because it makes your interior stink.
Yeah, we're like putting the incense in there instead. Live restricted for some audiences. Oh, okay, we're okay. Incense. I'm talking about
incense.
About lighting incense.
It makes your car smell nice. Uh-oh. I don't know. Here, let's just cool it all down. Cool it all down.
So somebody answered the lesbian who has to figure out how to make her girlfriend's cat like her, or how to like the girlfriend's cat.
I told you what to do.
Said, well, somebody else has another idea.
Okay.
Cats have boundaries. You have to do things on the cat's terms.
This is true. And I was just joking when I said open the door and help them out. Is it an indoor-outdoor cat anyway? Because that's not good.
Oh, and bicycles. I don't remember this. Shannon wrote, you remember clipping card
Yeah.
onto the bike wheel, so it sounded like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when I did get my daughter the big wheel, and the big wheel has all those clipping things on it, and so I put it together and sent her off riding on a big wheel. All the neighbors told me, "Don't you know you're supposed to take that sound off?" And I thought, what would be the fun of riding a big wheel if it's not making a clicking noise? That's the fun of it. So there you go. Some parents go for the kids, and some parents try to nip it in the
Let's see.
bud.
That was such a boy thing to do, or at least that's what my mother
What,
said.
to make the motorcycle sound?
Oh. Well, it might have been back then. It might have been because it was more of a boy thing. You know, they wanted you to go sit on the porch and play with the Barbie doll.
Yeah, and watch
You
the boys
know?
have fun doing wheelies and
That's right.
jumping over,
Edie,
evil Knievel stuff.
you were in TikTok jail. Were you being bad? Naughty. No, actually, TikTok put me in jail for absolutely nothing. And that's why we're back on today because
Edie
I
was able to
appealed
appeal
it
it.
and they couldn't send me something saying that I really did something. So what they work on is an AI algorithm kind of thing. And I might have said something that was just a little, I don't know, but in the algorithm or the AI picked it up thinking that I said something bad, you know. So I'm not stressing it. Yeah, for Edie, ain't that the truth? You know what else I want to talk about too? I'll just mention this. We have a friend. I have a friend from Bel Air, Ohio. That is, I've been friends since we were in high school, and the other day she mailed me these two coasters, and she's been knitting and just starting to knit, and I just want to say these are really cool, and
Thank
you,
you.
thank you, Lori, thank you, Laura, because that was really cool.
Yeah, so Shannon said,
Go
I
ahead.
made a negative comment about tea, so got in TikTok jail. It was some BS. And let's see, Nate saying, survive, there isn't, I missed something. Okay.
So I also want to show this. My buddy
Ooh,
Barb from the senior group, she made this,
wow.
and
Everybody's into knitting. Look
it's
at
like
this.
a pot holder, kind of like a. Remember we
Right.
used it to put the pot on
Yeah.
at the holiday and stuff. But she must use the same kind of
It
yarn.
must have been
It's
on
like a
sale at
matching
Joanne
set.
Fabrics.
It's like a matching
It
set.
is. It is.
Thank you
That's
very
what I was
much,
just gonna
guys.
say. So I don't actually put that on the table with a hot tea on it, and then use the coasters for our cups.
Use your
There we
can.
go. I am in prayer. So crochet. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it was crochet, not knitting.
Let's see.
Got it.
Kelly says, "Do you need to learn how to knit or crochet? Because I'm getting closer to 60." Now, I bought one of those machines. That's how I do mine. You know, Nana to 6. It's good to see you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a while, or maybe it's just scroll by real quick. Let's see.
So here's another question for a lesbian relationship. How do I stop bringing baggage from my last relationship into my new one? Now that's a serious question, huh?
I can't help you with that because that's my biggest. I would say that is my biggest downfall. Is carrying the baggages from my past relationships. You know.
Yeah.
And I
But
think
the
that's
thing is,
I think that's a common thing with a lot of people,
sure,
though. You
we bring
know.
all of ourselves. So everything that's happened in our past makes up who we are, and we bring all of ourselves to the
Yes.
new relationship. And the thing that I always said, my motto for myself was when I started dating to date the person who did their work from the last relationship, not the ones who said, "Oh, it was all her fault."
Yes.
So if they did, yes, Shannon's saying therapy.
Yes.
Sure, therapists, you know, they really got to live in with lesbians because our typical relationship lasts 3 years. We got
Hey,
all kinds of baggage to carry to the next one.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, it turns out that there's a lot of therapists that are lesbians, and it seems like I keep running into a bunch of them, and I'm gonna tell you, they're nuts, just nuts. I mean, I can't. I mean, how you do this? How you? I think what it is they're a sponge. I think they've absorbed all the nuttiness that they've like heard throughout the years that they can't help it. You know, they just can't help it. Edward says he just wants a relationship. Edward, are you close to us in Pittsburgh? Because boy, do I know a really nice man named Paul. And he is
Ooh,
so
there you
handsome
go.
and sweet.
There you go.
Let's see, what else is going on? You finding some more?
No, I'm still looking. Oh yeah, how can I make long distance relationship more bearable? Now, when I think of long distance relationship, I just think of people who have met and lived together. And now they live in separate places. But you looked at long distance as people who meet online and they don't live near each other.
Right.
And so, how do
Right.
you make it more
Either way,
bearable?
I can't do it. I mean, if you meet somebody online, you either have to have in a distance thought that one day one of us are moving where the other one is. I mean, I think that once every 6 months or so, fly into, Egypt
Yeah,
to hook up with somebody is not going to work.
not going to work.
No, 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 no. I don't care if you talk on the phone and you do that video chat and stuff every night. I just don't see it, working. And then
Right.
for the ones that meet somewhere and they're together and then all of a sudden they have to move because of jobs and stuff, I think that's when you either have to decide if one of us is going to move with the other one, or we got to call it quits.
Right. Now I know
Because-
another couple. This is a straight couple, but this couple, they both had these professions where if they were to move up in their career, it would normally take them out to another city or another state. They had an agreement with each other that they take turns on the promotion opportunity. So if she got her promotion opportunity, she moves here, he moves with her. Now she might get another opportunity, but it's not her turn, it's his turn. So he gets his promotional opportunity, and then they move where he goes.
Yeah.
And they take turns that way, and it worked for them. I mean, they took it all the way to retirement, and they stayed together. And so that was a way to not have a long distance relationship in their marriage. And I
Yeah.
thought that was cool. But here's the experience I have. You want to talk about, baggage. I moved with my first partner. She had an opportunity to move with her job, and so I moved with her, and then she had an affair and it dumped me. Okay, so then I've met other people, other couples like that too. I met this couple where they moved to Pittsburgh because she had an opportunity here. She moved with her, and the one with the opportunity had an affair and dumped her. And so now the question is, how do you do that? So when I
So
live in
that's why.
Pittsburgh,
Wait.
Yeah.
So that's why to kind of help out with my problem. That's why Judy has been concerned many times before about if I moved here and got a sense of, wow, looky there, looky there, looky there, looky there. Was I going to like just dump her and run?
well, no, it would have been the other way. It would have been you moved here for me, and then I could have dumped you and run.
But don't you remember when you asked, like, if you thought I would be like, since I'm here with all the city lesbians?
Not, no, my fear is a different fear than that.
Oh, okay.
What was important to me is that Edie didn't move here because of me, that she had other friends here already. And Edie did. She came here with a lot, she came to Pittsburgh often before she met me because she had friends here. And it wasn't a bad leap it wasn't like a leap all of a sudden for Edie to move. But it was a leap because Edie left
sold my house.
home.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for years. But at least I knew that she had, had friends here already before she met me. It wasn't like she was all tied up and
so
just
this
me.
person says, oh my God, Judy, I'm so sorry. They're so
well.
sorry that, you know what though? If that
I'm
wouldn't
so
have
over
happened,
it.
if that wouldn't have happened to Judy, then where would we be now?
That's right.
You'd be living over there in a whole nother sunny world with 16 kids and
Yeah. Who knows?
God only knows.
Who knows? But the other fear about Edie, finding other folks and then dumping me, well, that's another kind of traumatic experience from the past. So that's some other baggage.
Yeah. But anyway, Chris Cooley, I'm not having an affair on her. We're okay. Everything's fine. Let's see. You are in a wonderful place now with each other. Yes, we are, Nana. We're having a good time and enjoying life and everything. Do me a favor, guys. Tap, tap, tap on the screen. I see you have pulled it up to 43,000 likes, but I'm really surprised that the number's down to 35.
Huh.
We must not be talking about something that the rest of the world wants to hear.
Yeah, or they're all out shopping today because Friday they really took a hit not being able to shop on Friday. They got to make up for it. Huh?
Maybe they got ready and went to church.
We all carry some of that past trauma. Yes, we do.
So, for those who feel like they're missing church, we're here.
Glorious rising, Rainbow Grannies. Hey, always my grace, my grace. Always my grace. Woo, what a name is that? Right on time.
Right on
Stop it.
time, huh?
Amen. We
Let's see.
camped this weekend sitting by the fire now. Oh, is that nice?
Is that Destin? Because they camp a lot. Yeah.
Do they?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, Cindy.
nice.
Hey, Cindy here. You want to go camping? Destin's camping right now.
Well,
We won't be camping till it's warm in Pennsylvania.
but I'm going to tell you, Destin, be ready for Cindy, because Cindy's already told us over here on YouTube that she's one of the campers like me. She's going to be one of them ones that sit there in the chair and say, you know, oh, Jens is doing such a nice job putting that tent up.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm having trouble getting my kayak off my truck.
Oh my God.
I got to get the kayak off my truck before I can
Well,
put
you
the
know
tent
what
up
though?
in the bed of the
Ain't
truck.
nothing like going camping with some young butches.
Mm-hmm.
Them young butches, boy, I tell you, they really do it,
Yeah.
don't they? They got this like badge of honor too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like they gotta help you unload this and help
That's
you put
right.
this and stuff because they want to feel like yes.
Oh, but then also you meet the older lesbians who are vets, who are veterans. They still got it together too, and they're like, and here's the bug spray that you need. Use this kind, not that kind. We learned this stuff, and they're on it too. And they can be older lesbians, and they are on it. They are on it.
Oh, see, Destin said she'll set up our camp. It's good. Thank you, Destin. I saw your pictures the other day of your partner's birthday. Happy birthday to her. Hopefully everything went well. You're having a good birthday camping trip. Let's see. You two are amazing. Thank you very much. Have a great week, ladies. Thank you, Kim. Destin, thank you. Oh, you guys are all so sweet. And I want to thank you all for all the gifts we got this morning, all the love we got and everything.
Yes,
So
thank you.
it was really nice to see you all. We're going to call it a day yet? You got something else you want to read?
We could call it a day. What do y'all think? You've got some questions for us?
Anybody got anything they want to talk about before we call it a day?
Let's see.
It's okay, Daniel. Take it easy and relax.
Yeah, that's Nate. Nate's saying that he's kind of quiet today because he's not feeling 100%.
Yeah.
That can be for all of us. You know, I woke up with a cat sleeping right out against my face. I had to take some allergy medicine this morning, and then that kicked me back into gear. So here's a question from Grandizer in Arizona. Is there any book you are currently reading? Do you have any book recommendations this Sunday? Woohoo! I do. I am reading Alias by Carrie Hunter. She is a British writer. I never came across her book before. I looked up lesbian detective novels and I found her. I just love her writing. I'm going to finish this book today because I want to see who done it. And I'm going to run out to the library later today and get some more of her book.
You should probably drive.
Well, running's probably good for me. You know, I've been eating a lot.
You did get new shoes too.
I do have new shoes.
She got them Brooks
I got
running
burning
shoes.
off all those calories. You know, I ate that piece of candy yesterday. You know,
I'm getting ready to kill off that pizza that we had in there that I bought Friday or Thursday. We got to eat the Thursday's pizza before it goes bad.
Yeah, I guess so. I almost ate it last night and thought, nah,
you should have. Then I wouldn't be thinking about it today.
So that's my book recommendation for today. And let's see, we have Isabella B for our cars and our planet. Now is a good time to thrift shop first before we buy new. And if you have to buy
thrift
new,
shopping. You
buy small owned.
Girl, you don't know nothing about thrift shopping until you've been thrift shopping with me. You know, I love thrift shopping. I am a collector. You know, some people, I think the difference between collector and hoarder, or you don't need a path to walk through.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Hoarders, they have a path.
You have to
you
walk
have to walk through a path. I'm a collector. You know, I have my stuff kind of up where you can kind of look up at it. Like
Sabella saying, yes, let's go. And then we have another book recommendation here. I just finished Horse by Geraldine Brooks. So good.
Thank you, Nana.
Geraldine.
She's writing it down here.
I am.
And that's nice of you too, to help share, different books and titles and stuff that might be interesting to the community. Let's see, my mom and I call our shopping trips Fabulous Fine Fridays.
And we hit all the local spots. Fabulous
Yes.
Fine Friday. Here's my
And you know
fabulous
what?
fine
That
footage
is so
today.
nice that you get to go with your mom, because my daughter
Yeah.
and I go too, and we absolutely love it. I mean, I probably love it more than she does, but to spend that time with your mom or your sister or somebody like that, it just feels real good, So we don't have much more of that time left, so we have to enjoy it.
Here, Survive Anything said somebody asked about our P.O. box number. So I'll look it up here and give that to you.
Yeah, that'd be great. I did see that, but I couldn't
Okay.
remember what it was.
Yeah, because Edie does have it on her profile. How do I find your profile though? Because it goes right into your here.
Can you let me do it?
Yeah, well,
On
okay. Edie's going to try to look up the P.O. box because we don't remember. We don't have it memorized. I don't even have the number memorized.
Here it is.
Okay, the P.O. box number is P.O. Box 131.
So, you want to type it there?
Okay.
So, the P.O. box is 131 Wilmerdine, Pennsylvania, 15148. And so, if you're on my
If you're on TikTok,
you type, if you're on TikTok, then see, that's what happens to my brain. I'll be trying to talk, and you just like, poop,
well,
and
I
knock my
thought you were
brain
losing.
right
I
off.
thought you were losing your track. That's why I jumped in. Okay, let me see what the zip code is.
Anyway, if you're on TikTok, if you go to my profile picture, if you go to my profile and you click on there, it will show you the address for our Wilmerdine, our post office address. Thank you.
There we go. So I put the P.O. box in the chat. So it looked like we froze on YouTube. I don't know what happened on YouTube, but it looked like
you
we
probably
froze.
said something bad.
No, we don't. You don't go on YouTube, Jill. We're still getting hearts coming up.
So
Are we
Jonah,
frozen? Can you see us? Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo!
let's see. Okay, she sees us. We're not frozen.
Okay. There we go. So is that it?
So how's the Ozempic journey going?
Okay.
Well, the Ozempic journey is like in a stall. It's making me sad because I'm down 21 pounds, but I've been stuck like this for probably about 3 weeks, so I'm going to continue to do what I do, and then see if I need to increase my dosage or anything like that. 21 pounds is pretty good. I mean, I started November the 13th, and I'm not really doing any working out or anything. To me, going to the grocery store or going to the Goodwill, walking around is working out. Yesterday we went to that museum, and we had to walk a whole lot while we were there. At least I felt like it was a lot.
Yeah, how did that feel? I wanted to ask how that was on your.
It was tough, and I'll tell you, some of the stairways in there, I thought,
yeah.
good Lord, thank God I'm not any heavier, because there were stairways when they took us up these spiral stairways in the back, and there was spiral stairways in the back, and some of them, it was almost like one hip was touching each wall.
Yeah.
That made it kind of claustrophobic. When you walk up a pair of steps and your hips are both touching both sides of the wall.
And what about walking through the cave, and it got real narrow?
It got real narrow in the cave. There's a cave in the basement of this house.
Yeah.
It was absolutely great. I mean, anybody gets a chance should go check it out. It's right here in Pittsburgh. Yeah, the stairs, I have a knee that needs replaced. It's going to take, I need to lose a little bit more weight before they'll do it. I went and had a shot last week. They put in a steroid shot. It felt good the day I got the steroid shot because they had a numbing injection in there. And so the whole thing was numb and it felt good. So they said it'd take up to 2 weeks before I'll know if the shot took place. So it hurts, but it's like, I'm okay. Whatever. But thank you very much for all the positive about the weight loss and everything. I mean, it's hard to believe that I let it go and put this weight back on,
Uh-huh.
you know, because I had done so well and I was feeling so good. And, you know, I honestly thought I was cute. You know, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hot. Well, you know,
Yeah.
you love me,
Yeah.
but the rest of the world thinks I'm a fat girl. So anyway, I mean, and then clothes. I have so many clothes upstairs because I can't get rid of my skinny clothes. I can't get rid of my fat clothes. I just can't get rid of the clothes. You know,
Because you like them too much.
you just never know from
You
one
just
minute
never
to the
know
next.
from
One
minute to-
time you're fat, next time you're skinny. You don't want to buy more new
Yeah,
clothes.
and Marley's saying too, Glenna, you are cute no matter the size.
Well, thank you. I know, you know, it's nice to get the compliments, and I'm not doing this to get compliments. I mean, I thank you guys for asking me about the Ozempic journey, you know, and how it's going and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
see. Are you a hoarder of clothes? Yes. Yes, I'm a hoarder of clothes. Yes, I
no,
am.
but you don't know how it is if your weight fluctuates up and down. I mean, I used to be able to buy clothes and I could just get new clothes when the old ones wore out because my weight never changed. But when my weight started changing, then I want to hold on to the old clothes because maybe I'm going to get fit back into them. And then I'm going to grow again and have to fit back in the bigger clothes. And so end up having all these clothes. It took forever to get rid of some that I know I
And
will never grow back
what
down
really
into them.
upsets you is these aren't cheap clothes from like Walmart or Target.
Right.
These are clothes that are expensive. So it's just like,
Yeah.
gosh, and
Yeah.
good thing
And
I
they stay
kept
in
some
style.
of them.
I mean, they'll stay in style.
But
It's
when you
not-
buy classic, you know, it's
Yeah.
it's just Granny, you are okay. I already read that. We can read it again. Granny, you are just too cute, no matter what the size.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go.
Okay.
Do we have a secret or anything? Do you know a secret?
Do you have
I told my secret already. I should have pulled them all over here to my YouTube channel, which is Edie and Goody.
Edie and Goody. Edie and
Goody.
Rainbow
Rainbow Granny. I'm Edie. She's Goody. Yeah, this is your opportunity to say anything you want to say before we go. Thank you very much.
And we'll be going in a few minutes.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's sign off of our YouTube first, okay? And
sign off of YouTube first.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Hey, thank you all for joining us, for coming here and hanging out with us on YouTube. If you're not subscribing, shame on you. Make sure you subscribe so you can get a notification each and every time.
That's right. So hit the bell for the notification, folks. See you next weekend. Have a great day.
Hat you want, let me know.